America is a land of laws. We are taught that if you dial 911, help will come. We are taught that there are rules that govern our public spaces. But in 2025, there are archipelagos within the United States where the Constitution has effectively been suspended. There are zones in our greatest cities where the police do not go unless they are in riot gear, where ambulances require police escorts, and where the only law that matters is the law of the street. These are not just homeless encampments. They are autonomous zones of despair. They are places where the social contract has snapped, replaced by the brutal hierarchies of the drug trade, human trafficking, and raw survivalism. Today, we are crossing the yellow tape. We are compiling the definitive intelligence report on the collapse of order. Welcome to the 10 most dangerous encampments in America. Homeless people here have no rule. This is not a list designed to shame the impoverished. It is an investigation into the specific mechanics of danger. Why are some camps merely sad, while others are lethal? We will travel from the biological hazard zones of the East Coast to the cartel-controlled territories of the West, mapping the geography of American anarchy. Number 10. The Jungle, Seattle, Washington. We begin in the Pacific Northwest. For decades, the jungle has been a notorious stretch of encampments hidden beneath the massive I-5 freeway complex. Its danger lies in its invisibility and its geography, hidden from the street view by concrete pillars and dense overgrown brush. This is a place where crimes can happen without witnesses. In 2025, the danger here has evolved. It has become a hub for stolen goods fencing operations and a hideout for fugitives running from warrants. The terrain itself is treacherous, steep slopes, unstable makeshift structures, and the constant roar of traffic overhead create a disorienting, violent environment where the rule of law is obscured by the shadows of the highway. Number 9. Downtown Portland Core, Oregon. Portland represents a different kind of danger, the danger of policy failure. Following years of experimental drug decriminalization, the downtown core transformed into a chaotic free-for-all. While laws have since tightened, the culture of the street remains. This is an open-air asylum where the primary danger is volatility. The widespread use of methamphetamine, combined with fentanyl, creates highly aggressive, psychosis-driven behavior in public spaces. It's not organized crime, it's disorganized chaos. Walking through these encampments, one faces the constant threat of random, unprovoked assault from individuals who are completely detached from reality. The rule here is unpredictability. Number 8. The border camps, El Paso, San Diego sectors. Moving south, we encounter a hybrid crisis. In cities along the US-Mexico border, homeless encampments have merged with the migrant crisis. These zones are incredibly dangerous because they are actively targeted by transnational criminal organizations. Cartel operatives move through these camps, recruiting mules for drug running and victims for human trafficking. The danger here is predatory. The people in these camps are among the most vulnerable on Earth, and they are being hunted by sophisticated criminal networks that operate with near impunity in the chaotic border environment. The rule here is the rule of the coyote. Number 7. Mass and Cass, Boston, Massachusetts. Returning east, we hit the intersection of Massachusetts Avenue and Melnia Cass Boulevard. This is the Methadone Mile. It is a dense containment zone where the city's addiction services, shelters, and jails converge. The danger here is concentration. When you pack thousands of people in active addiction into a few city blocks, you create a powder keg. The violence here is often intense and factional, fighting over turf and supply. The winters add a layer of brutal desperation. It is a place where the desperation for a fix overrides every other human instinct, creating a volatile environment where violence is the primary currency of exchange. Number 6. The Las Vegas Mole People, Nevada. Beneath the glittering lights of the Las Vegas Strip lies hundreds of miles of storm drains. This is the home of the Mole People. This is perhaps the most unique environment on our list. The danger here is environmental and absolute. These tunnels are designed for one thing: flash floods. When it rains in the desert, these tunnels fill with rushing water in minutes. Every year, people drown in the dark, washed away without a trace. Furthermore, the complete darkness creates a society entirely cut off from the surface world. with its own códigos and its own brutal form of justice hidden deep underground. Number 5. The Zone, Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix represents the danger of the elements. The Zone is a sprawling encampment near the state capital that has fluctuated in size due to various sweeps, but always returns. Here, the rule is survival against the sun. In the summer, temperatures on the asphalt reach 160 degrees. We are seeing hundreds of heat-associated deaths annually, people cooking to death in their tents or passing out from fentanyl and dying of burns on the pavement. The desperation for water and shade creates a fierce, resource-based competition. It is a climate disaster playing out in a parking lot. Number 4. The Tenderloin District, San Francisco, California. The Tenderloin is the most blatant open-air drug market in America. In 2025, the pretense of law enforcement has largely vanished in these few square blocks. The danger here is the corporate nature of the drug trade. These are not disorganized addicts. These are corners run by organized dealers, many with cartel connections, who operate with impunity in broad daylight. The streets are filled with fentanyl folders, bodies bent over in stupors. The danger to an outsider is walking into the middle of a business transaction or being caught in the crossfire of a turf dispute. The rule here is the rule of the market. Number 3. Downtown Eastside. Wait, that's Vancouver. Let's stick to the US. Correction. Number 3. The Rust Belt ruins, Detroit, Cleveland. In the forgotten industrial corridors of the Rust Belt, a different kind of encampment exists. People are occupying abandoned factories and condemned, zombie homes. The danger here is structural and isolationist. These buildings are collapsing, floors give way, roofs cave in, fires started for warmth turn into infernos that consume entire city blocks. And because they are in abandoned zones, the fire department is slow to respond. It is a frozen, post-apocalyptic landscape where people are living inside the rotting carcass of American industry, hidden from view and help. Number 2. Skid Row, Los Angeles, California. Skid Row is the granddaddy of them all. The original containment zone, 50 city blocks that have been permanently ceded by the city of Los Angeles. Skid Row is number 2 because of its entrenched institutionalization. This is not a temporary camp, it is a permanent city within a city, with a population of thousands. The danger here is generational gang dominance. Specific street gangs control specific blocks, taxing the drug trade and the residents. The police practice containment policing. They don't try to fix it, they just try to keep it from spilling into downtown. Inside the zone, the hierarchical rule of the gangs is absolute. And finally, number 1. Kensington Avenue, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Kensington is the undisputed ground zero of the American nightmare. It is the most dangerous because it is a biological hazard zone. This is the epicenter of the tranq epidemic, xylazine mixed with fentanyl. The drug eats human flesh, causing massive, necrotic open wounds. Walking down Kensington Avenue under the L train is like walking through a battlefield hospice. The danger is not just violence, which is rampant, it is the environment itself. The air smells of rotting flesh and burnt chemicals. Needles are everywhere. It is a place where the human body is actively decomposing in public view. Law enforcement here has effectively surrendered, reduced to medical response and body removal. Kensington is the ultimate, no-rule zone because the primary rule is the biological imperative of a drug that is dissolving the population. These 10 locations are warnings. They are evidence of what happens when a society decides that some places, and some people, are no longer worth governing. When the rule of law retreats, something else always rushes in to fill the vacuum. And in 2025, what has filled that vacuum is a brutal, violent, and deadly reality. This is the uncomfortable truth. We have allowed miniature failed states to take root on American soil. Thank you for watching this difficult investigation. We know this is heavy, graphic material, but we cannot solve these problems by pretending they don't exist in their most extreme forms. If you believe that we need to face the reality of these lawless zones, please like this video. It helps the algorithm push this truth past the censorship. And please, subscribe to America's Uncomfortable Truth. We will continue to take you to the front lines of the nation's collapse. no matter how ugly it gets. Leave a comment below. Are you seeing encampments in your area becoming more dangerous, more organized, or more violent? Stay safe, stay vigilant, and never look away from the truth.